All right, welcome, kings and queens. Y'all, we are going to talk corporate America just for a hot, quick second. The astronomers, you know the incident at the Coldplay concert, um, the astronomer CEO and chief people officer of HR, Christian Kabat, kissing, cheating, both of them cheating on their spouses. Let me tell you something. This Coldplay incident confirms what most of us have already thought and knew. You can never trust HR. You can never trust HR. And I listen, I'm not backing down from that. Come to find out, the head of HR is sleeping with the CEO, knowing that this man has a family, knowing that this man has a wife. And not only that, girl, you have a husband, you have children, but we're gonna talk about you, Kristen. Because see, everybody's focused on him. I want to focus on her because women need to be held accountable too. You had just kissed your husband goodbye, and then you took the girl next to her. You took a wingman. This is crazy to me. But we are going to talk about the cheating scandal of it all and why I do not blame people. And I completely understand why most employees do not trust HR personnel. All right. For those of you who are new to the channel, welcome to the palace. I am Queen Sheba. I cover a variety of hot topics specific to reality television, but most importantly, I hone in on the psychological and the behavioral traits of the Black experience.
Subscribe now.
All right, let's get into it. So the astronomer chief people officer, Kristen Kabat. And let me give a shout out to Us Weekly for running down this article. Okay. This is my source. This is what I'm pulling from. But I want to talk a little bit about who she is because she boasted about winning the trust of CEOs, y'all, before Coldplay scandal. Okay. So I can assume that Kristen is a hot girl. She's a city girl because she talks about strategy and she knows what it takes to win their trust. I bet you do. I bet the hell you do. But anywho, Chief People Officer Kristen Kabat once detailed what it was like working with high level executives before getting caught in this kissing scandal with CEO Andy Byron at a Coldplay concert. Now, my question is this: I need some employees to start talking. How long have they been messing around? Has it been months? Has it been a year? Has it been like a year and a half? I need to know. Okay. Quote unquote, this is what Kristen said. And an influential leader and fearless change agent, I lead by example and win trust with employees of all levels, from CEOs to managers to assistants. Cabot Kabat wrote in her LinkedIn bio, "Girl, you need to stop. I am a passionate people leader known for building award-winning cultures from the ground up for fast-growing startups and multinational corporations." Girl, I bet you do. Starting with everybody husbands. Kabat also stressed that she excels in creating innovative systems and processes that attract top talent while aligning an organization's people around its values. What are the values there at Astronomer? And what are your personal values and your professional values, Kristen? Listen, a mess. Kabat, who has also worked at Astronomer since November 2024, has since shuttered her entire LinkedIn profile in light of the scandal. That means she snatched it down, sounds like. So on July 16th, y'all, that's about a what? 17, 18, 5 days ago. Y'all, their life completely changed 5 days ago. One decision can completely change the course of your life. That's crazy. Kabat, she goes to this Coldplay concert with the CEO, whom she's obviously having an affair with. You can see them kissing and hugging and embracing. Okay. They were, y'all, they were featured on the Jumbotron. Okay. And of course, you remember it. He had his hands wrapped around her waist. They were listening to music. You could not have told a stranger that was viewing that Jumbotron that they were not husband and wife. But they dropped, y'all. They dropped like flies when they were plastered on that big screen. Okay, he started crouching like a damn crouching tiger. She turned around, and then that girl that was next to her, oh my God, the smile on her face was priceless. Okay, that was absolutely priceless. So basically, that's how they were caught. Man, my grandma used to say, anything done in the dark will come to light. Y'all, you can't hide these days your dirt, especially if you got a good spouse at home. So I am going to assume that your spouse is just maybe nice and good people, and God spun the block for them. Y'all were out it, okay? But anywho, I want to go to a different portion of this conversation as it relates to Kabat. Give me 1 second. This is so trifling to me because both of these people have children and it's just selfishness at its best. But anywho, child, if they do it, I'm talking about it. This lady is married, okay? And I want to talk a little bit about her family, her husband, how long she's been married, because I know some of you are probably interested in that piece. And people aren't really saying that much about her. They're focusing on the CEO's wife. And I know allegedly that she removed his last name from her Facebook. But let's talk about hell, the scarlet letter that plays a huge part in all of this. Um, Byron is married to Megan Kerrigan Byron. Okay, so she removed his name. She said, I don't want nothing to do with him. She don't want nothing to do with him. Megan already made her move. Do you feel like Kristen's husband is going to stay with her? Okay. Or do you feel like he's going to leave? The New York Post was the first to report on July 18th that Kristen appears to be married to the chief executive uh, officer of privateer Rum, Andrew Cabot. While the details of their nuptials have not been made public, they share a New Hampshire address. And y'all, they just bought a house. Now, this appears to be her second marriage, child. Child. This appears to be her second marriage. Um, and they just bought a house, like, I do believe a few months ago. Like I mentioned earlier, she deleted her entire LinkedIn profile. She was working alongside her husband in his privateer rum company for 5 years as an adversary board member. So I don't know why or what happened for her to go find a job outside the company. Maybe they just felt like as husband and wife, you know what, let me go work somewhere else. We butt heads. But she joined Astronomer in November of last year. Prior to her being married to Andrew Cabot, now we need to know how long she's been married. Nobody can find that. Her first husband, his name was Kenneth Thornby. They split in 2018, and she finalized that divorce in 2022. So this lady is a newlywed in her second marriage and already cheating. Kristen, the lie detector says that you are the problem.